everyone, welcome to Capture. I'm Caitlin Slater. On Friday, after a week of tweets defending the ease of his transition into the White House, President-elect Donald J. Trump released the names of 3 of his cabinet choices. U.S. Senator Jeff Sessions will be nominated for the position of Attorney General, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn for National Security Advisor, and U.S. Representative Mike Pompeo for the Director of the CIA. Trump will be inaugurated on January 20th and is the only president besides George H.W. Bush to announce cabinet nominations within the first 2 weeks after Election Day since 1968. California residents voted on 17 propositions that were included on the election ballot. Some of the most popular issues addressed on the ballot were healthcare, firearms, and education reforms. 11 of the 17 were approved. This included the legalization of marijuana, the banning of plastic bags, increasing the cigarette tax, and requiring background checks for ammunition purchases. California residents voted no on prescription drug price regulations and repealing the death penalty. The passed propositions will go into effect in 2017. In campus news, while many students look forward to going home this week for Thanksgiving break, 333 APU students will be heading to Mexicali, the capital of Baja, Mexico, to serve on a missions trip with the Center for Student Action. Many APU students volunteer for Mexico Outreach. The organization has been going on for 47 years, but this year, word of mouth has helped bring APU's biggest turnout. 30 teams leave on Wednesday, working with 30 organizations cultivating relationships and serving schools, churches, and the community of Mexicali.
We've developed a lot of partnerships and relationships with the people there, which means that whenever we go, it's not exactly like a savior mentality kind of short-term mission trip. It's like, it's good to see you again, you know, like that relationship of the church, the international church.
I decided to do Mexico Outreach this year because I hadn't gone before, and I think it's really cool to be able to serve over Thanksgiving. Even sacrificing the family time was a really difficult decision, but I'm really excited to go.
Ron Aramburo, Assistant Director for Mexico Outreach, shares what the Center for Student Action's hope is for students going on this trip.
Our hope is that they would come away more equipped, more empowered, and more engaged in what God is doing, not only in Mexico, but throughout the world.
The groups have been spending much time in preparation for this trip. Allison's group put together a vacation Bible school for the children they'll be working with.
The theme this year is brave, so our team is wanting to do face painting like lions or different coloring pages, and we're talking to our team a lot about having a really thankful heart and praying for each other and praying for what we're able to do there, and really representing Jesus well.
For many students, Mexico Outreach is more than just an opportunity to get service credit. Asa Dillard has been leading groups for over 3 years. He tells us how they've impacted him.
Seeing how lucky I am coming back to the U.S., coming back to APU specifically to see the luxury that I have, even when sometimes I complain like about this or that aspect of living on campus, or, oh, I have to go to school today, what a hard life, you know, and then comparing that to how some people, they do so much just to get by day to day, and I take advantage of certain things that they don't have. It's not necessarily that I have it better, I just have it very differently. So seeing that has given me sort of a new outlook on how to be grateful.
If you are interested in joining an action team, contact the Center for Student Action offices located on East Campus. The next time APU will head to Mexico for a missions trip will be over spring break and on several other weekend brigades throughout the year. APU students claimed cash prizes for their entrepreneurial ideas last week at the Zuventurez finale. This year's winner is Urban Vinyl, who creates a vintage style for a new sound of audio products at a valuable price. Urban Vinyl realizes the importance of giving back and has partnered with Children's Music Fund, who provide music therapy to children and young adults with chronic, severe, or terminal illnesses through music. The Cougars football team made the Division II playoffs for the first time in school history after becoming eligible 3 years ago. On Saturday, they traveled to snowy Sioux Falls, South Dakota for their first-round playoff game against the University of Sioux Falls. After USF ran out to a 21-0 lead, the Cougars scored on a Weston Carr reception in the closing moments of the first half to cut the lead to 21-7. The Cougars traded scores in the second half with Sioux Falls, but could never get all the way back in the game. An Ethan Zeidler touchdown reception brought the final score to 34-21. The Cougars finished the season 9-3. That's all we have for this week's show. Make sure to like our Facebook page to stay updated. We'll see you in 2 weeks for our final show. Until then, we'd just like to thank you all for joining us every week here at Capture. Happy Thanksgiving.